Imagine walking through a bustling cobblestone city in the 15th century. Bells chime from grand cathedrals, merchants haggle over exotic goods, and artists sketch future masterpieces on scraps of parchment. This is Florence, the city where a revolution in art, science, and culture took root. But what made this Italian city such fertile ground for innovation? Why did the seeds of the Renaissance sprout here and not elsewhere? Today we'll uncover the story of Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, where powerful families, passionate citizens, and thriving guilds came together to shape the course of history. Florence wasn't just another medieval city, it was a powerhouse of creativity and commerce. While the rest of Europe struggled with feudal constraints, Florence flourished as an independent city-state. The city was rich with banking families who profited from trade and finance. At the heart of this success was the Medici family, whose name became synonymous with patronage and power. These weren't just wealthy elites, they were visionaries who saw potential in artists, scientists, and thinkers. Without their support, the masterpieces of the Renaissance might have remained mere sketches in the minds of their creators. Take Cosimo de' Medici, often called Pater Patriae or Father of the Fatherland. He wasn't a king, but he wielded influence like one. Cosimo understood the power of art to elevate both a city and its citizens. He funded the construction of churches, libraries, and public buildings, including the magnificent dome of the Florence Cathedral designed by Filippo Brunelleschi. This dome wasn't just a feat of engineering, it symbolized human ingenuity and became a beacon of what was possible when creativity met resources. But the Medici weren't the only forces shaping Florence's destiny. The city was a vibrant ecosystem of artisans, merchants, and guilds, associations of skilled workers who upheld the highest standards of craftsmanship. These guilds weren't just about making a living, they were about civic pride. The Wool Guild, the Silk Guild, and the Goldsmiths all competed to beautify the city. They commissioned statues, frescoes, and buildings to showcase their prosperity and honor their patron saints. This spirit of competition drove artists to innovate, constantly seeking new techniques and more lifelike representations. In this creative cauldron, talent thrived. Imagine young apprentices studying under master artists, mixing pigments, or chiseling marble under the watchful eye of experienced sculptors. Here, a boy named Leonardo da Vinci learned the skills that would one day make him a legend. Another young artist, Michelangelo, would rise from these streets to carve the iconic David, a statue that embodied not just physical perfection, but the Renaissance spirit of human potential. Florence nurtured these minds, giving them the tools and freedom to redefine art itself. Florence's innovation wasn't limited to art, it extended to ideas in science as well. The Renaissance ethos of humanism, the belief in the potential and dignity of humans, found fertile ground here. Scholars like Marsilio Ficino translated the works of Plato, reviving ancient philosophies and blending them with contemporary thought. Libraries like the Medici Library opened their doors to these texts, making knowledge accessible to more than just the elite. This intellectual revival gave birth to a generation that dared to question old beliefs and explore new frontiers. One of the most fascinating aspects of Florence's Renaissance is the way art and science intertwined. Brunelleschi, who engineered the famous cathedral dome, also revolutionized art with the invention of linear perspective, a technique that allowed artists to create realistic depth on a flat surface. Suddenly, paintings could capture the world as the eye sees it, transforming religious and historical scenes into vivid, lifelike experiences. This wasn't just technical progress, it was a philosophical statement. Humans could understand and recreate the world around them. Civic pride also played a huge role in Florence's Renaissance boom. Unlike the kingdoms of Europe, Florence was a republic where citizens had a say in their governance. Public projects such as Donatello's bronze statue of David or the frescoes in the town hall celebrated the city's independence and resilience. These works weren't confined to palaces. They were displayed for everyone to see, reinforcing the idea that art belonged to the people. Florence's citizens took pride in their city's beauty, innovation, and status as a beacon of the Renaissance. Let's not forget the role of storytelling in shaping Florence's cultural landscape. Writers like Dante Alighieri and Giovanni Boccaccio captured the human experience in a way that resonated with people of all classes. Dante's Divine Comedy explored themes of morality and redemption, while Boccaccio's Decameron painted a vivid picture of life during the Black Death. These works, rich in human detail and emotion, reflected the Renaissance spirit of curiosity and the exploration of the human condition. In conclusion, Florence was the perfect storm of wealth, talent, and civic pride. Powerful patrons like the Medici funded the arts, guilds ensured excellence, and humanist thinkers revived ancient wisdom. Together, they transformed Florence into a city where the Renaissance didn't just happen, it thrived. The legacy of this period lives on, reminding us of the boundless potential that arises when creativity, knowledge, and community come together. So next time you see a Renaissance masterpiece, remember, it was Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, that made it all possible.